welcome guys to my YouTube channel. My name is Maggie G. I would like to thank you so much for your continued support. So please like below, comment below, share and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video and other videos, and anything that you would like us to talk about. Please share it below. Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maggie G, and I'm really happy to join you once again with our hashtag platform Let's Kill the Silence. So today I just need us to do a very small topic. So please, I would kindly like to request you. It's a very sensitive topic to some, and to some it's not, but I believe as long as we are humans, this topic is very sensitive to everyone. So let's get into our topic today. I want to talk about something called an equation, something that has been eating up so many people because of ego. And if you are to minus the ego and include sorry in it, your equation will balance by removing the guilt. Am I making sense? So what am I heading to? The equation is very simple. Ego minus sorry equals to guilt. Because if you have ego, you never apologize, you will live with guilt with your entire life. So is that the equation that you want, or you want a different equation? So today I just want us to talk about what sorry can do and what ego will do. And then on a later stage we are going to talk about three components of ego. There are three. One is called an id, that is ID, id. Another one is called ego, and another one is called super ego. But today we are not going to do all that, okay? So today what I want us to focus on is about these three words, 5 words, and 5 words. And the center one is the most magical, the word sorry. Okay? So it has happened in so many circumstances. And you find people living with so much guilt inside them, simply because you could have said the word sorry before it resulted to loss. Am I making sense? It could be you are very close to someone, and get me this right, loss doesn't have to be death, although majorly loss is so intertwined with death. But I don't want us to talk about death today that much, because it's kind of something that is it's sad, sorrowful, but in a real sense it does happen. So did you get into a fight with someone? Okay, and now the ego inside you couldn't allow you to say sorry, and since it could not allow you to say sorry, what happened? Maybe the person died, and now you live with, if only, I wish I knew, I wish I did something, which will never help, and you will carry this burden your entire life. And what does it do? Now the ego and the guilt, you had the ego, yes, because some of us think what sorry does, it makes you lose your self-esteem. It makes you lose your self-respect. Come on. Yes, it's true. But sorry has a lot of things to do. Because now when you allow the ego to rule over you, now the guilt is what now will start eating you up slowly by slowly. And by the time you realize that you have no time, it will be too late. So let's not be a generation that we are always focusing on regrets, because it's a very painful path. If you want to follow it, the decision will entirely be you. Then the decision will entirely be me, of which, as for me, I wouldn't want to follow on that path. And I thank God so much, because I'll just give you a small, just a small, a small self-experience. For me, I don't regret. I lost someone who was very, very dear to me. And believe you me, when I'm at this point, I can be able to talk about this, something that we will talk about grief at another stage, but not here. I'm not still yet okay with talking about grief. I'm not there yet, and so I don't want us to dive into something that I know I myself can't be able to tell my own story, but a time will come for that, okay? But I thank God so much, but that by the time I lost my mom, I don't feel sorry today. I don't feel any guilt. Why? Because I did everything I could have done as a daughter. I made her proud, and I know that wherever she is, I did my part. So I always try to ask myself, what if I never did what I was supposed to do? Believe you me, I don't know how I could be living without guilt. I don't know. I don't know, even today I could even be affording a smile. I don't know. So I don't know what kind of pain you're going through that is weighing you down. Maybe you lost a sibling, you lost a husband, you lost a wife, you lost maybe property, that maybe just by saying sorry to your security guard at the gate, he could have prevented the loss that you went through. Because maybe just due to your ego, and you despised the person, and he saw the fire and he was like, I'll have to teach him a lesson. And it's through this teaching one another a lesson that has made us become a bitter nation, has made us to become a bitter family, has made us to become bitter siblings, has made us to become bitter colleagues, that you can't even stand your colleague at work. Do you know why? Because of ego. And something else that we always overlook, or rather we think about, is that if I say sorry, if I say sorry, it means, kinda, you feel like your self-worth has gone to zero, if I may put it that way. That's the best way to put it. It's like you feel now the entire world has no more respect. But believe you me, this is what I want us to talk about, which is very, very sensitive. Sorry is a magical word. So it is up to you whether you want to dismantle the equation, or rather, would you balance the equation by starting from backward to the front side, or you start from the front side to the backward. And from front side, I said it's ego minus sorry, the answer is guilt. Or would you rather go from backwards and say, I have the guilt, I will say sorry, and I do away with ego? It is up to you to decide. So many people have lost a lot of things, all in the name of ego. Because you feel like, why should I say sorry anyway? Why? And one thing, let me tell you, you don't say sorry because most of the time we think that we say sorry because we are the ones who did a mistake, or we are the one who offended someone, or you did hurt someone, intentional or unintentional. No. Sometimes, this is what I'll say, that if you love someone so much, and if you value someone so much, more than you do to yourself, sorry will always come out automatically. Don't wait for people to leave And then you start regretting, I wish I said. I wish they would come back. There is nothing more sorrowful from the word sorry, than having someone left and they will never come back. You can imagine being in a relationship, but due to your ego, it all went down. And you keep on looking for spouses who look like your former spouse just to amend things, and it never happens. Your siblings just wake up one day and they leave, and you never find them again just because you could have said sorry. Breaking relationships just over a simple word by saying sorry. So being sorry makes you kind. Being sorry does not reduce your self-worth. But what it does, it makes you a better person. Because you will not weigh yourself, you will not weigh yourself with too much anger, with too much bitterness. But the minute you say sorry to someone, even you yourself, you feel relaxed. You feel, I have released some energy out of me. You get my point, eh? So it is not that we don't get offended. It is not that you will be perfect. You also, now let me ask you in this case, how much are you willing to lose before you realize the worth of the word sorry? That's something I want you to pound on. How much are you willing to lose? How many people are you willing to lose simply because you could have said sorry? And remember this, sometimes you can say sorry, forgive. There's some things you forgive but you can never forget. There's some things you forgive and you forget, but you can say sorry and walk away. Detach yourself from the sin, detach yourself from the people, but you said sorry, and that guilt, wherever you go, it will never eat you up. Whether those people, they offended you or not, but you will live a free life. Okay? So another way of thinking, taking a positive attitude towards sorry, is thinking that even you yourself, you're making things easier. You're living a healthy life. You don't have to keep on piling things and always reminding yourself, so and so offended me, so and so happened. No, but rather you're going to live a different life, a different, totally life. So it is up to you. You decide whether you want to dismantle the equation, keep the equation, or balance the equation. Again, I'm repeating, if you love someone so much, more than you do yourself, more than you do love yourself, sorry will be magical. It is better to say sorry now than I wish I knew, which will eat you up to the end. And I'm not saying that people should offend you always because they feel like, or because they do it intentionally, or because it's due to revenge. But saying sorry could save a marriage, could save a family, could save a company, could save a life. Don't wait until you lose too much to realize the worth of saying sorry. Don't wait until the guilt kills you inside. That every day you close your eyes, you're like, I wish I said. And I wish I knew. For me, I always term it is for failures. If you feel offended, I'm not going to apologize about that. But I wish I knew it's meant for failures. Because it will never help you out. And it makes you dwell on that point. You'll never move on. So guys, see you on the next video as we talk more about ego. There is so much about ego, and especially men. Our men today, you are suffering because of something we call ego. And please, remember, ego comes with pride. And pride comes with ignorance. So there is a limit line in between all these 5 things: sorry, ego, guilt, ignorance, and pride. There is a thin line in between. So do you want us to categorize you with all of these 5 characters and say these are your traits? Or do you want us to categorize you with a different type of traits? It is up to you. The decision is in your hands for you to make. I always say this, and I'm continuing saying this, and I will say this over and over and over. It is my obligation to make sure that someone else does not repeat the same mistakes that I did, or some mistake that I could have avoided if there was someone to guide me. So if you can prevent something, if you can be able to change someone's life, the time is now. The legacy you leave now, it's much, much more important than living without any legacy. Okay? So guys, see you on the next video, God willing. Before end of next week, we'll have another video that will explore more about ego. Ego is killing a lot of people. And for sure, it takes years to build, but it takes only one day to demolish. Bye guys.